I want to welcome you to City Hall, and it's my pleasure to be here today with you as we mark the 13th annual Richard A. Lidinsky Senior Awards for Excellence in Public Service in our beautiful City Hall Rotunda. It's a true testament to our history and our heritage and to our commitment to the citizens of Baltimore that we have these awards annually. As I mentioned, this is the 13th annual Richard Lidinsky Senior Award ceremony. And here with us this afternoon is the family members of Mr. Lidinsky to honor his memory and his work and the example that he set. I think it's particularly important as you look at his bio and you'll see in your program that he not only worked for 43 years as Deputy Comptroller under 8 mayors, and he's believed to have been wearing the city seal on his tie clip as a badge of honor every single day that he reported to work. And his passion, work ethic, and commitment are the embodiments of service that we all aspire to. So at this time, let me introduce Mr. Frank Lidinsky, son of Richard Lidinsky Sr., and bring him to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm here along with my brother Mark. Unfortunately, my brother Richard Jr. is unable to be here today. And my sister Mary Angela would be here, but she's actually 1 block over doing jury duty today. So my father would be very proud of that. So the Richard A. Lidinsky Senior Award for Excellence in Public Service was established by Mayor Martin O'Malley in 2004 to honor a dedicated city government employee each year. For 13 years now, a committee has met on an annual basis to consider nominees from all city agencies and departments to select a civil servant who receives the original commission award shaped in the city battle monument, a cash stipend, and what I consider the greatest honor, having their name enshrined on a plaque here in the City Hall Rotunda. And over the years, people say to me, what do you think your father would think about this award being named in his honor? I said, well, he'd be very proud and he'd be very humbled by it, but I say I think he'd be more proud to know the fact that it's being shared with other names, that he showed up here every day with a team spirit, that it wasn't just about him, it was about everybody else that works here. So the fact that we add a name each year, I think is something that's very special and would be very special to him. On behalf of the Lidinsky family, I would like to thank Mayor Catherine Pugh for continuing this award for my father, and I also would like to acknowledge Mr. Dennis Finnegan, the only original member still serving, and he was very very instrumental in having this award established. Having served on the selection committee, I can tell you this is a hard task to select the ultimate recipient from the pool of nominees. It's a great pleasure to see that there are so many remarkable city employees. Believe me, everyone who was nominated deserves great respect and admiration for their dedication to the city of Baltimore. My father began his public service in 1947 and served the city for 43 years under 8 mayors. His love for and dedication to the citizens of Baltimore was unceasing. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, whether he was at City Hall or at home. Many a Sunday after church, he would take us to breakfast at Bickford's up on Calvert Street. Then, of course, he would have to stop by City Hall to check on something that had to be attended to in the upcoming week. So we spent a lot of time here as his family, and the same around-the-clock dedication is reflected in the career of this year's honorees. And their families know probably more than anybody else that their job doesn't end at the end of, of the, quote, working day. They bring this work home with them, and they live and, and breathe, serving the citizens of Baltimore. So congratulations to each of this, to the 3 recipients, and to all those nominated on their recognition of outstanding service to our city. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Frank, and thank you so much. We want to say thank you to your family, and especially for sharing your father's memory with us for these award ceremonies annually. Each year, there's a call for nominations put out across the city for employees who provide exemplary public service, and the response is always resounding. There were 14 nominations received from across the city this year from supervisors who thought their staff members were worthy of recognition for the Lidinsky Award. Please let me take a moment, to share their names with you. The 2017 nominees are Lorraine Cannon. She's a contract administrator 2 with the Department of Housing and Community Development. Robert Tsunami, I think that's correct, Tsunami, budget director in the Department of Finance. He's the deputy budget director in the Department of Finance. Frank Ellis, call center supervisor in the Mayor's Office of Information Technology. Olivia Farrell, Deputy Commissioner of the Baltimore City Health Department. Jonathan Hamlet, Supervisor 2 in the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Eric Holcomb, Executive Director of Historical and Architectural Preservation in the Department of Planning. Michelle Masters, Office Manager, Office of Civil Rights and Wage Enforcement. Valerie McGuire, Supervisor of Design, Department of Recreation and Parks. Michelle Miles, Youth Works Program Manager in the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Caroline Sturgis, Chief Financial Officer, Baltimore City Police Department. And David Tanner, the Executive Director of the Board of Municipal Zoning Appeals. That list kind of goes to show you the depth and the commitment of city employees across city government. We would also like to take this time to thank the selection committee who reviewed all of the nominations, and it was a difficult decision in choosing the 3 notable public servants we are here to honor today. I believe Mr. Lidinsky's idea was meant to be broader than just the 3 recipients or 14 nominees, but to set the tone for all of us who are here with the responsibility to work hard every day and for the citizens of Baltimore. Serving the public is an honor, it's also a responsibility, and it's also a privilege. At this time, I'd like to ask the Honorable City Council President Bernard Jack Young, Madam Comptroller Joan Pratt, and Mr. Peter Hammond to join me at the podium for citations for our honorable mention recipients. First we have Mr. Bob Gibson, Division Chief of Fleet Management, Department of General Services.
They're calling you. Good afternoon to everyone. First, Frank, I want to thank you and the Lidinsky family. I always get tongue-tied on that, for keeping this going in honor of your dad. I want to thank all the city workers who were nominated for the great work that you do for the city of Baltimore each and every day. We really, really appreciate it, and our citizens appreciate it too. I have this resolution for one of the hardest workers that I've dealt with, who makes sure that our vehicles are in shape, call us for our PMs, and he's just a great customer service guy. He gets it. And I know I can speak for most of the city workers, most of you get it too, because our paychecks come from the citizens of Baltimore, and we all have to keep that in mind. And Bob Gibson really keeps that in mind. So Bob, I have a resolution They say, be it hereby known to all the City Council of Baltimore officers, sincere congratulations to Robert Gibson in recognition of receiving the 2016 Richard A. Lidinsky Senior Honorable Mention for Excellence in Public Service. The entire membership extends best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution be presented on this 10th day of May. Resolution 0396, Council President Young and all members. Okay. Oh, you want to do yours for him? Okay. We're going to crisscross.
I am honored to be here today to present this citation to Mr. Gibson. You are an exemplary employee. As the president said, you call to make sure our cars are in good shape, and I'm just grateful for your service. And I have this citation, and it reads, Robert Gibson, Division Chief of Fleet Management, Department of General Services, in recognition of your selection as an honorable mention for the Richard A. Lidinsky Senior Award for Excellence in Public Service. Bob, it is with great pleasure that I congratulate you on your achievement. Your commitment, your selfless acts, and the sacrifices that you make for others have not gone unnoticed. In addition to your desire to serve Baltimore City, you are driven by the desire to push personal and professional boundaries to help others. In your heart, you believe in your purpose, and you fulfill that purpose with exceptional performance, making a significant difference in the lives of the people you touch. So on behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I offer my sincerest gratitude for your dedicated efforts and your countless contributions. Congratulations.
One more. Bob, congratulations, so well deserved. I have a certificate of recognition, and it reads, on behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I'm pleased to present this certificate to Robert Gibson, Division Chief of Fleet Management, Department of General Services, in recognition of your selection as runner-up to the 13th Annual Richard Lidinsky Award of Excellence in Public Service. As an employee of the Baltimore City Department of General Services, your conscientious service honors Mr. Lidinsky's standards for excellence, going above and beyond the call of duty to serve the public. On behalf of the citizens of our city, I offer my commendation and gratitude for your outstanding commitment to excellence in public service, presented this 10th day of May and signed by the Mayor of the City of Baltimore, Catherine E. Pugh.
Can you just be cool? Okay.
Man, you better get out. Next, we want to bring up Ms. Leticia Griffin. Wow. I guess I don't need to tell you this, but I'm going to read it anyway. Ms. Leticia Griffin has served the City of Baltimore for 30 years. She began her career at the Department of Public Works as an accounting assistant. She has taken on a variety of roles within city government and currently serves as the Chief of Contract Administration and Civil Rights with the Department of Transportation. Mr. Council President.
Thank you. Okay, the City Council of Baltimore resolution, and I work with her too, but I think I get in more hell than anybody, right? You got to make sure those contracts are right and that they have MBE and WBE involved, because if not, I'm not going to support it. They know that. The City Council of Baltimore resolution be hereby known to all that the City Council of Baltimore offers its sincerest congratulations to Leticia Griffin in recognition of receiving the 2016 Richard A. Lidinsky Senior Honorable Mention for Excellence in Public Service. The entire membership extends best wishes on this memorable occasion and direct this resolution be presented on this 10th day of May, 2017, Resolution 0396. Council President Young and all members. Come on, your tax dollars.
Leticia, like Bobby Gibson, has an excellent work ethic, and my office make many requests from your office and the Department of Audits, and I'd just like to personally thank you for being timely and getting us that information before we make a decision at the Board of Estimates. And Leticia, I'd like to present this citation to you, and it reads, "Be it known that this citation is awarded to Leticia, we affectionately call Tish, Griffin, the Division Chief of Contract Administration / Civil Rights Division for the Department of Transportation, in recognition of your selection as an honorable mention for the Richard A. Lidinsky Senior Award for Excellence in Public Service." And Tish, it is with great pleasure that I also congratulate you on your achievement, your commitment, your selfless acts, your dedication, and the sacrifices that you make for others does not go unnoticed. In addition to your desire to serve Baltimore City, you are driven by the desire to push personal and professional boundaries to help others. In your heart, you believe in the purpose, and you fulfill that purpose with exceptional performance, making a difference in the lives of the people you touch. So on behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I offer my sincerest gratitude for your dedicated efforts and your countless contributions. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Make some comments.
Leticia, congratulations. You have quite the fan club over here. This is a certificate of recognition. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I am pleased to present this certificate to Leticia D. Griffin, Division Chief of Contract Administration, Civil Rights Division, Department of Transportation. In recognition of your selection as runner-up to the 13th Annual Richard Lidinsky Award of Excellence in Public Service. As an employee of the Baltimore City Department of Transportation, your conscientious service honors Mr. Lidinsky's standards for excellence, going above and beyond the call of duty to serve the public. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I offer my commendation and gratitude for your outstanding commitment to excellence in public service, presented on this 10th day of May 2017, and signed by our Mayor, Catherine Pugh.
I guess this means my staff likes me a little bit, just a little. I like to thank them because they inspire me every day to want to do my best, my very best, and to work hard. And they inspire me to continue to send them emails in the middle of the night. I like to thank my family for being here to support and keep me in their prayers. I really appreciate that. And I especially like to thank the Lidinsky family for honoring all city employees who work hard, because sometimes we aren't often positioned in the best light. It is such an honor to be nominated and associated with a man who provided such great service to the city of Baltimore. I am truly humbled by this unexpected nomination and so, so grateful. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank everyone. This is such an honor, and it's humbling to be recognized by the Lidinsky family. I started with the city in 1978. Back then I had hair and the Schaefer administration. So, you know, I've been here next year, it'll be 40 years. I want to, not quite as long as your dad yet. My 7th administration, not my 8th, you know, but we're, good Lord's willing, we'll be here. I'd like to thank my wife for putting up with the calls and all hours of the day and night. And I'd also like to thank all the directors and the people that I had the privilege and honor of working with. They're very instrumental in the things that we were able to accomplish because people believed in the things we were doing. And without the staff that I have, I would not be able to accomplish the things that I have. So with that, I would like to thank everyone that I've worked with in the past, the people I'm working with now, and thank you all for this humbling experience. Thank you.
Great. Now we come to the big moment. We got a drum roll or anything? Just, yeah, that works. Now we want to bring up the recipient of the Lidinsky Award, Mr. Stephen H. Thomas. He is the IT Specialist 3 in the Department of Human Resources.
Thank you. The City Council of Baltimore resolution. Be hereby known to all that the City Council of Baltimore offers its sincerest congratulations to Stephen H. Thomas in recognition of your service to the Department of Human Resources as Agency IT Specialist 3 and being named the recipient of the 2016 Richard A. Lidinsky Award. The entire membership extends best wishes on this memorable occasion and direct this resolution be presented on this 10th day of May, 2017, Resolution 0381, Council President Young and all members. And thank you for your service and your commitment to the citizens of Baltimore.
Mr. Thomas, I would like to present this citation to you, and it is awarded to Stephen H. Thomas, Agency IT Specialist 3, Department of Human Resources, in recognition of receiving the 2017 Richard A. Lidinsky Senior Award for Excellence in Public Service. Stephen, your dedicated public service aspires to the values and principles that are most worthy of imitation. You have been a servant with a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. Through your selfless actions, we are reminded of our greater and higher potential to help others. Your obvious love of people, vast knowledge, affinity for your work, and remarkable compassionate spirit sets a high standard for those who endeavor to follow your path. We are truly blessed to have gifted professionals such as you who believe in your purpose and fulfill that purpose with exceptional performance. Your dedication and passion for respect and dignity shows that you care about our city and its future. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I offer my sincerest congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Stephen. The certificate of recognition. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I am pleased to present the certificate to Stephen H. Thomas, Agency IT Specialist, Department of Human Resources, in recognition of your selection as winner of the 13th Annual Richard Lidinsky Award of Excellence in Public Service. As an employee of the Baltimore City Department of Human Resources, your conscientious service honors Mr. Lidinsky's standards for excellence, going above and beyond the call of duty to the public. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I offer my commendation and gratitude for your outstanding commitment to excellence in public service, presented on this 10th day of May 2017, signed by our Mayor Catherine E. Pugh.
Now I'd like to ask Ms. Leticia Griffin to come forward for some brief remarks. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I am Leticia Bryant, the Deputy Director for HR Administration in the Department of Human Resources. I greet you today on behalf of Director Talley, who due to a family emergency could not be here. I'm certain that the remarks I share will be echoed by Director Talley, Steve. Steve is a true professional who exemplifies the character and dedication of the Richard A. Lidinsky Senior Award and is very deserving of this honor. A few examples of the ways in which Steve has contributed to DHR's success. In February 2016, I'm sure you read it in your program, Steve helped tremendously with extensive water damage experienced in DHR. 3 of our 5 floors were totally flooded. Employees were displaced. Most of the furniture, files, equipment was ruined. And to borrow from our director, it was a mess. Employees were sent home for nearly 3 days, but Steve refused to leave. His remediation efforts significantly impacted the agency's ability to get back online so quickly. You name it, he did it. He moved equipment, furniture, he made phone calls. He worked with the senior team to identify alternative temporary offices. Steve has a friendly disposition. He approaches his job and ad hoc requests and new projects with a positive attitude, always. When the obvious answer is no, he never responds in that way. He takes his time to reflect before responding and always offers an alternative to just saying no. In fact, I don't know when I've ever heard him simply say no. He may get in his stance, similar to that, avert his eyes and say, no. But even then, the response is followed with an alternative or two. His efforts are selfless and a true demonstration of dedication and character. One of his recurring job duties, which all of us have the benefit of, is managing the open enrollment fairs and ensuring that we have connectivity. He lends his personal vehicle to that effort. He literally pushes a cart from DHR on Baltimore Street to War Memorial to make sure that everything is in place. He is loyal, punctual, intuitive, and conscientious. He takes great pride in the work he performs and is a model employee. His dedication and hard work are unparalleled. He takes great pride in and invests in his community as well. repairing and delivering wheelchairs, and providing one-on-one training and instruction of mobility devices to senior citizens in Baltimore City. Even in this capacity, he is known to frequently donate his time and resources selflessly. In fact, he has come to my rescue on more than one occasion as well. Whether I had a need on the weekend, after hours, and unbeknownst to me, even when he was away on vacation, sorry, Ms. Thomas, he's always responded. He's responded quickly, positively, and proactively. I could go on and on, but I will just close out with this. The quiet, confident manner in which Steve Thomas conducts business and represents the Department of Human Resources and the City of Baltimore align with the example set by Mr. Lidinsky years ago. Congratulations, Steve, and thank you.
The award.
I'd like to thank the Lidinsky family for all they do and all they have done. I'd like to thank Director Mary Talley and Deputy Director LaTanya Bryant for my nomination. I'd like to thank my wife Deborah and daughter Kim and grandsons Dustin and Ryan for attending today. And I'd like to thank all of you, my friends and co-workers, and everyone involved in this ceremony. Thank you for attending. I am truly honored and humbled to receive this award. In my heart, I believe that Richard Lidinsky Sr.'s public service has been an inspiration to many people, and we hope it will be for many generations to come. I never had the pleasure to meet Mr. Lidinsky Sr. When I read about his life, I wondered what it would have been like to have been part of his work environment or to have known him. Have you ever noticed if you're in a work environment where mostly everyone around you is a good worker, that it's a bit contagious? I'm sure this is the kind of inspiration Mr. Lidinsky Sr. brought to the people around him. If I'm a good worker, it's because I was inspired by a good worker. This award is a once-in-a-lifetime event for me, but this moment and this award is much bigger than myself. It belongs to the legacy of Richard Lidinsky Sr. It belongs to our two honorable mentions, Robert Gibson and Leticia Griffin, and it belongs to every one of you that does their best every day. It's in this spirit that I accept this award. I'd like to share one more thing. About 12 years ago, my wife and I, Deborah, we attended a training class entitled Dealing with Difficult People in the Workplace. The instructor told the class we would remember less than 10% of the course within a month. And he said to remember at least this one thing. Today, the only thing I remember is what he said, saying that, and the thing that he said to remember. I often think of those words, and I believe it can serve as inspiration for a better workplace. I truly believe it was one of the many positive traits of Richard Lidinsky Sr. So the 13 words are, say what you mean what you say, and be nice saying it. Thank you very, very much.
Don't go far. Now it's time for our unveiling, but before we do that, it's my honor and privilege to introduce our Mayor, Catherine Pugh.
First, let me say to all of our employees, what we know is that you come to work every day to do a job on behalf of the citizens of Baltimore. And so to everyone who works for the city of Baltimore, I want you to know that we appreciate each and every last one of you. And to the nominees, it is an honor to have been nominated for this award. And to our runners-up, close, but not there yet. But let me just say this to Mr. Steve Thomas. Thank you. Thank you for going above and beyond the call of duty. And it makes a difference in the lives of so many when we treat each other with respect and love, and that's what you've demonstrated. And to the Lidinsky family, thank you so much for keeping this award going, because we understand the significance of the contribution that Richard Lidinsky made. But more importantly, to inspire others to do their very best, to achieve the greatness every day, to come to work to inspire others to do their jobs, and to do your job when nobody is looking, nobody is listening, and nobody is requiring you to do more than what you come to work to do from 9 to 5 or 8:30 to 4:30 or whatever time you come in. But you come with a dedication to improve our city, to show the citizens of Baltimore that you care, and more importantly, to make our city great. So for that, Mr. Stephen Thomas, we say thank you. And to the Levinsky family, thank you.
So now if I could ask the Lidinsky family to join Mayor Pugh and Madam Comptroller and I guess the City Council President and Mr. Hammond. And while we're getting everybody assembled, I think you should give you all yourselves a hand. We're all a part of this city government family, and this is a great day that we can come and recognize the hard work that we put in. So give yourselves a hand, folks.